Greetings, fellow Space Marines. This is Mr. LND1, and for the Doom community, this is Alondo1. In this special 4th of July video, I've got some cool announcements for all of you. Before we begin, I first would like to take this moment to personally thank our men and women in the military and our first responders. Thank you all for all that you do every single day. You prove that not all heroes need to wear capes. After all, Ed and Mo would take issue if you did. But in all seriousness, though, thank you to the police, firemen, paramedics, and, as mentioned, those who serve in the military for all that you do. God bless you. I too would like to give a shout out to Crimson Godot for the awesome patriotic Doom pictures you see on screen. Be sure to check him out on DeviantArt. He's got some other cool video game fan art in his gallery, and I think you'll get a kick out of it. Now on to the announcements. First, I have released a new 3-level map set called Just Your Friendly Neighborhood Space Marine. This combines 3 of my largest maps that I had initially released back in 2022. These maps are Phobos Installment, Deimos Installment, and Operation Inferno. The maps have been updated since, and I tweaked them to be even more awesome, so I think you're gonna like it. It too has music from the YouTube channel Coldblight, who has a bunch of really awesome heavy metal instrumentals that are free to use. Just give him credit. Be sure to check out his channel and show him some love. There too is music from Darren Curtis, who also does some really great work. Be sure to check out his YouTube channel as well and show him some love. Oh, and by the way, you'll have a load of fun playing these maps with Brutal Doom. Seriously, you have a blast. Second thing I want to mention, I will be putting together a special edition of my first novel, Adventures of the PPA Invasion. It's going to have a cool new front and back cover with a Doom-like vibe to it. Here's a demo version of the front cover. I'll be sending this off to a professional artist who can help make this look even more awesome and professional. I do have someone in mind, but I have to see how much they would charge for it. What else can you expect in the special edition? Bonus lore known as the PPA files. The bonus lore will provide additional background information like the origin story of the main antagonist. As of right now, some of that bonus lore is available to view for free on my website, ppanovels.wordpress.com. The good news, the ebook will remain the same price as the basic edition. The physical book, however, may go up slightly since more pages will be added, but still it should be around $8. I'll let all of you know when the special edition is available, so stay tuned. Lastly, the very thing you've all been waiting for in this video, updates to the Toby accessibility mod version 9.0. My team and I will be doing some beta testing and polishing of version 9.0 very soon. Hopefully we can release the final version of version 9.0 sometime this month. I am excited to share a sneak preview with all of you. But before we get into it, while recording the footage, Fraps was being a bit troublesome. My frame rate was not good. However, please bear with me through the demonstration. So, without further ado, let's jump right into it.
Alright guys, this is the Toby accessibility mod version 9.0 new demo level. My frame rate may be a bit laggy. I'm not sure as to why that is, but yeah, hopefully this doesn't go crazy on me. But anyway, here is the new demo level, and I'm going to give you a little tour. So to our left here,
Accessibility Features Directory section.
So in this area, we have 3 doors, each with an information center. So So we're going to go in here first, and we have these 3 kiosks. As you can hear that little generator sound ahead of you, those are the sounds of little information center kiosks. And all you do is you walk up to them.
Map markers. Not all Doom maps are created equal. Some maps are small, while others are much larger.
The little info centers that you could turn on and turn off, and they'll give you all the information that you need on certain things. So in this area we're talking about map markers, but of course when the version 9.0 is released, you'll be able to listen to everything. So there are 3 doors that actually have a whole bunch of kiosks that give you all bits of information. So it's pretty much like a built-in audio manual. And speaking of built-in audio manual, let me show you something cool.
Main menu. Options. Sound cue directory.
So we have a sound cue directory now.
Sound cue directory.
And this will list all the different accessibility sounds for pretty much anything. The accessibility features, interactive sounds like doors and switches, pickup beacon sounds, weapon and ammo beacon sounds, power-up sounds, decoration sounds, environmental sounds, liquid sounds, monster sounds. You have a whole list of sound cues that you could choose from and listen to, so you can familiarize yourself with all the different sounds. And both the Heretic and the Hexen games have their own sound directory menus as well. So let's move on.
Options.
So let's go to one of these and I'll show you.
Interactive sounds. Switch. Door.
So as you can hear, when you select whichever topic it is, when you hit enter, it will play the sound cue for it.
Switch. Locked tech door. Locked demon door. Locked multi-key door. Any key door. Teleporter.
I'll do the teleporter because that one's a quick one too.
Sound cue directory. Accessibility sounds.
I'll look at some accessibility sounds too.
Accessibility sounds. Drop-off detection. Impact detection. Drop-off detection. Proximity detection. Targeter detection for monsters.
So as you can hear, that depending on which topic that you select and you hit enter, it'll play the sound effect for it.
Sound cue directory. Options. Main menu. Menu dismiss.
Now the next feature I want to go over is a new feature that we've introduced called elevation tone, or elevation detection system. So as the name implies, when your elevation changes, there'll be a tone that will let you know if you're going up or going down. Alright, so I'm going to activate the elevation detection system, which is the question mark on the keyboard. And you heard that little boop boop? That means it's activated. You can toggle it on and off whenever you feel like it. You hear that? We just went up on this lift. So since our elevation increased, the tones went up, right? And we're back down. As you heard, it went down. So the elevation detection system is very useful not only just with lifts, but even stairs as well. So you'll know when you're going up the stairs or coming down the stairs, whichever it may be, the elevation detection system will tell you precisely if you're going up or down. And the best thing is you can toggle it on or off, because I know sometimes those sounds could get a little annoying after a while, but with this, at least you'll be able to say you want it or you don't. Let me just go over something new. Now, a lot of you know that Doom has some crushers in it, right? It's a pretty annoying hazard, but the thing is, crushers and moving floors both have the same sound, right? This time, it's different. So crushers have a unique sound effect to them as well. So as you can hear, it's a different sound effect. Alright, another feature I wanted to go over, and this pertains to the Pathfinder system. As many of you remember, it's in the map markers menu. So, one thing that Pridoa added, which was absolutely brilliant, is anytime you come across a point of interest like a door that requires a key or even the exit, when you walk up to it,
Point of interest added.
so you heard that little bink and then the announcer says point of interest added. So that means that that point of interest has been added to the Pathfinder list. So I'll demonstrate again on another door here.
Blue door.
Point of interest added. Point of interest added.
So we're going to go into the marker menu.
Marker menu.
We have Pathfinder.
Pathfinder. Stop Pathfinder. Level start. Red door. Blue door. Yellow door.
So as you can hear, that the key-colored doors have been added to the pathfinding list. So anytime that you hear the announcer, along with the little clink sound, saying that point of interest has been added, it's in the pathfinding list. I'm sure many of you remember one of the new features that we introduced in version 8.0 was exploration. And it's very similar to Pathfinder, but in this case, exploration just helps guide you around areas that you haven't touched on yet. So in version 8.0, exploration was in its experimental stages. I'm proud to announce in version 9.0, it is out of its experimental stages and it's ready for action. So I'm going to go into exploration here for a moment. And
Stop Pathfinder.
we have a handful of unexplored lines or non-interacted lines. Now, when I was describing this system when going over version 8.0 in its video back at the end of last year, I made a little mistake in describing how this works. Pridoa was able to help clear things up for me, and I now know what's what. So, how exploration works is you're going to have an unexplored line or non-interactive line. Both are kind of like the same thing. So, and it tells you also what direction it's in, and then you get a number next to it. So the higher the number, the further away it is. The lower the number, the closer it is to you. So you could select any one of these, and the Pathfinder guide will guide you to those points. Now, I do want to just mention that sometimes exploration may take a moment or two to load the list, populate the list, because sometimes there could be more lines that haven't been interacted with. It all depends on the level. But there may be a brief pause when using it, when loading the list of unexplored lines and stuff. So just want to give you a heads up on that. But other than that, exploration is ready for action. It's ready to use, and it's going to help you in every which way possible. I want to go over one more section. This pertains to the monster section. So what I've included in this area, I added some ammo spawners and also updated the health station here as well. So when you walk up to any one of these,
Spawn box of shells. Spawn box of shells.
and the switch spawns in the piece of ammo.
Box of shells. Spawn box of ammo. Box of ammo.
So as you can see, you could spawn in ammunition with these little spawners, so you're ready to rock and roll and blast a lot of these demons away. And then the health station.
Spawn soul sphere.
And voila, you got a soul sphere. And I do also want to just mention that every section has its own little info center kiosk. So if you want information on whatever it is, so in this case it's the monster section, it'll tell you everything you need to know. I could play this one for you, it's pretty quick.
Monsters. As you navigate your way through the levels, you'll encounter some unfriendly faces. Demons ranging from easy to hard all have one thing in mind: killing you. In this section, you meet some of the foes you'll be facing throughout your adventure. If you plan on fighting them, make sure you have a weapon better than that pistol of yours. Health and ammo spawners are in the area too. Feel free to visit the sound cue directory in the options menu to hear the different sounds each monster makes.
So, this is what the new demo level has. These really helpful info center kiosks, and obviously referencing the sound cue directory, so you could always check it out. And that's pretty much it for the new and improved demo level. And now, onto the sandbox. Welcome to the sandbox level, everybody. We have an armory, we have ammo and gear, and we have a monster section. So I'll give you a little grand tour.
Armory.
So just like I showed you in the previous section of the demo level, the first one, when you walk up to these little spawner switches, they'll tell you what it is.
Spawn Berserk. Spawn Chainsaw. Spawn Shotgun. Spawn Super Shotgun. Spawn Chain Gun. Spawn Rocket Launcher. Spawn Plasma Gun. Spawn BFG 9000. Ammo and gear. Spawn Green Armor. Spawn Box of Shells. Spawn Backpack.
So you get the gist of what this is. So now on to the monsters and health station. Well, first show the health station. It's very straightforward.
Health Station. Spawn Soul Sphere.
Alright. Now onto the monsters.
Monster Spawners.
So the monsters spawn the same way that the items do and the weapons. So there's like a little switch. You press it, spawns enemies into the arena that's in the main area. So I'm just gonna spawn some pistol dudes.
Spawn Zombie Man.
And when you walk out, they hear you. Let me just grab a gun. Gonna need that, obviously.
Armory. Spawn Shotgun. Shotgun. Ammo. Spawn Box of Shells. Box of Shells. Clip. Clip.
So after you hit any one of these switches, it'll spawn a certain number of enemies. So the easier they are, the more they'll be popping up. The harder they are, the less you'll be dealing with. So for example, if you were to spawn like an
Monster
Arachnotron
Spawners. Monster Spawners.
or a Mancubus, it's going to spawn 2 of them. But keep in mind, depending on which difficulty setting you have, if it's easy or medium, it's going to be that amount. So it's going to be 2 of the medium tier enemies, medium to hard tier enemies. And for the low tier enemies, there'll be a fair amount of numbers, but even more on hard difficulty.
Clip.
Keep in mind there is health within this arena. It's technically a heavily modified version of Map 32 of Doom 2 Gross.
Medkit.
That's really what it is. And if you ever need to leave the level, you could just go straight. Kill Commander.
Point of interest added.
And you can just exit if you need to.
So that's all for now, folks. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like. And if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button for more Doom and retro gaming content. Before I do my outro, I like to recite a patriotic quote from Mark Twain. Loyalty to country, always. Loyalty to government, when it deserves it. For me, I think it's important to love the country you're in. I'm proud to be an American, and I'm not afraid to say it. There is a difference between country and government. Yes, no country is perfect, however, I count my blessings and not my complaints. The fact of the matter is that you can't expect perfection from anything or anyone. Not everything will go your way or be the way you want it. That's life. Personally, you should focus on the more important things like improving yourself as a person and focus on the things you do have control over instead of the things you don't. Complaining about the things you have no control over will not change anything. I know my circumstances aren't the best, however, those are my problems and not anyone else's. I make the best of what I have. These are the cards I'm dealt with, the hand I get to play. But you know what? I still have the freedom to change my circumstances, and every day things are getting better for me because I choose to make that change. I choose to be better. I choose to focus on what really matters. As I said, I count my blessings and not my complaints. I proudly wear my patriotic American t-shirts, and I proudly fly the flag, stand for it, and honor it. There's nowhere else I'd rather be than here in the USA. And on that note, if you're watching this during the day, I wish all of you a good day. If you're watching this during the evening, I wish all of you a good evening. Thank you so much for watching. Have a happy and safe Independence Day. God bless the USA, and I'll see all of you in the next video. Take care.